I'm very excited for you guys today because I never did anything like this before. I've held webinars about copywriting, but not AI copywriting, and this is an entirely different thing. And I'm very excited to share this with you guys today because we're living in some interesting times. We're living in times when you can literally have a little robot slave and just create sometimes even 6-figure or even 7-figure marketing materials just in seconds. So we're living in some interesting times, to say the least. I would say very exciting times, because for the first time in history, all right, a lot of people I see are joining. For the first time in history, complete beginners who don't have a clue about writing, who don't have a clue about marketing, who don't have a clue about online businesses, can just come in, spend a couple of days or weeks, learn how to use AI and just create marketing campaigns that can produce basically millions of dollars for other businesses and also get paid for it. So this, and everyone should see my screen now. So this is how much money I've made this year. As you can see, this is my Romanian accounting platform. Okay, invoice platform is called SmartBill. Many of you maybe know it. So this is how much money I've made this year with my copywriting clients. So this is not money made from courses. This is not money made from mentoring programs. This is not money made from anything else but my copywriting clients that I work with until this day. Okay, so if we take this sum is 709,000 lei, we put it here and convert it in USD, it's around $164,000 made in the first 7 months of 2025, right? So this is an average of around $23,000 a month, okay, made with my copywriting clients. So this is just to show you guys. I can refresh this page. Hey, these numbers are real. This is not Photoshop. This is not anything else. I refresh the page. You see the numbers are still here. They didn't disappear. So this is just to show you guys from the start the proof that I'm not just one random guy on the internet talking shit, right? So right now I'm going to close my share screen and I'm going to show you exactly how I did it and how anyone can do the same if they apply what I'm going to teach inside this class. So I'm going to begin sharing my screen right now. I'm going to show you the exact system that I used to go from a broke delivery driver to making over 25K per month while working 20 hours a week using direct response copywriting, and also how to use AI to scale to $10,000 to $25,000 a month with around 20 hours of work per week, even if you're not a good writer, because AI right now can do 99% of the work for you. Okay. So first of all, a warning: if you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme or want to make money without any upfront work, this is obviously not for you, and you should leave this presentation right now. Okay. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You'll not make money overnight, magically, without any work. Okay. But this class is for you if you feel stuck in your 9-to-5 job, maybe surrounded by losers and the boss telling you what to do all day. You tried every online business model under the sun, but nothing worked. You're overwhelmed by all the gurus selling the next big thing and don't even know who to trust anymore. You feel trapped and exposed to all the craziness happening in the world right now, wars, crises, etc. And you want financial and location freedom, so you're not exposed to any of that anymore. You've tried copywriting even, but failed at getting clients and got stuck. And even if you tried everything the gurus told you, right? This class is for you. So what you learn inside this class: how I went from a broke delivery driver to making $250,000 to $300,000 a year with AI copywriting. How thousands of other regular people are making $5,000 to $15,000 a month doing the same. How to write emails and ads that help other businesses market their products with no writing experience, because AI makes this possible. Okay. How to find businesses willing to pay you thousands of dollars a month to write for them with no portfolio experience. Okay, you don't need any of that, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Plus, if you stay until the end, I'll show you a special surprise to make sure you cannot fail even if you try. Okay, I would ask everyone please to speak in English, because I know there's a lot of Romanians here. Hello, guys, but I'm also Romanian, but there's a lot of people who are not from Romania. Okay, so if you think that I'm pushing this to sound too good, by the way, I'm going to show you what AI has to say. So what's the easiest skill to make 5 figures per month? So you see here, ChatGPT answered, it's copywriting, right? Because there's a bunch of reasons. It doesn't require a degree, certification, or formal training. You can learn it in months, not years. I would say you can even learn it in days with AI and with the right guidance. And business is already needed every day, right? It can be done from anywhere with just a laptop, and you can scale it fast, right? You can scale it fast to 10K a month plus. Okay, so I'm not saying this. AI says this. Everyone says this. You can search it on the internet. This is the best skill that you can make money with in 2025. Okay, today we're going to cover all of this plus way more. So important, first of all, eliminate all distractions. Please put your phone on silent and focus on the information. Because in the next 1 hour, something like that, you learn a skill that can literally print you 6 figures a year, okay, or even more for the rest of your life. So as a bonus, somewhere until the end, I'll show you how you can get a completely free resource in which I'll show you the exact strategy that made me over $240,000 in the last 19 months. Okay, semi-passively with around 3 hours of work per day. Okay, if you stick until the end. So now I know what you're thinking, just another guru trying to sell me the dream. So first of all, I want to be very clear. This is not one of those free webinars where I just give you a bunch of fluff and useless info just so I try to sell you something at the end. I'll show you exactly how this works and how you can start making money with it by yourself. Okay. And yes, at the end will be an offer to work with me if you want to make everything faster. But that offer is not for everyone anyway. So you can 100% do it by yourself if you want. Okay. So first, a little background about me. So my name is Vlad Miturescu. I was born in a middle-class family in Romania. So if you're wondering about my weird accent, now you know where it's from. So this was me 3 years ago, working as a delivery driver, making around $800 a month. This is me now. Okay, make around $20,000 to $25,000 a month from my laptop, traveling the world. Right now, I'm living in Thailand, traveling the world constantly, and working from my laptop. Okay, so I'm not smart or special in any way, by the way. In fact, I might have a below average IQ. I don't know. I don't feel very smart, but I just couldn't stand being average and living a normal life. Right? I just couldn't stand that. So working an office job for 40 years and then retiring to live off of a pathetic government pension until I die was just not an option for me. Okay, so I wanted a life that was worth living. Right? I wanted freedom. So I tried every online business you can imagine. Maybe some of you may relate to this, maybe many of you. So invested thousands in Amazon FBA, in stocks of products, and lost everything. Lost a few $100 promoting dropshipping products on Facebook ads. Lost money with trading. So everything failed, right? That is until I discovered this online skill that I'm going to show you right now called direct response copywriting. So this skill implies writing stuff for businesses that help them make more money, basically. Stuff like emails, ads, websites, video scripts, etc., product pages, right? So I bought a cheap online course that was teaching this skill, and I started instantly. So this was my journey, right? 1 year, year one, I could not find a single client to work with, and I made zero money, right? I was still working as a delivery driver right here with my father's old car. So year two, I finally managed after 1 entire year to land a client, but I was stuck making around $800 to $1,500 a month. Okay, I was riding the bus to my to the office where I was working. I was actually working at my client's office. I had to go there every single day. So this was year two. Now year three, the third year, was when I discovered the right way to do it and scaled to $20,000 to $25,000 per month. Okay, so here you can see some invoices. Okay, some of them are in Romanian currency, some of them are in US dollars. I have some clients from Romania. As you can see, 30,000 lei. This is around, I think, 5,000 euros, something like that, or dollars. 71,000 lei. This is around $15,000, something like that. This is an invoice for one of my clients in the US, in Miami, $2,000, right? So these are just a few invoices from my clients. Okay, so this is all profit, by the way, because I don't have to invest in stocks of products. I don't need to throw money on Facebook ads, and I don't have any expenses between, besides my internet and electricity bill, right? You don't have to invest in anything to start with this. So what does an average day in my life look like? So I will wake up at around 2 p.m. The moment I'm filming this video, I'm living in Thailand. I open up my laptop, I work for a couple of hours, write a few emails and ads for my clients. At around 7 or 8 p.m., I go to the gym and train boxing or maybe lift some weights. And after that, maybe I go have dinner with my friends. And after that, I come back home, prepare my to-do list for the next day. Sometimes I may go out to maybe a beach bar or club, or just chill at home for the rest of the day, right? So this is like an average day for me right now. So by the way, I'm not sharing this to brag in any regard. I don't want any of you to think that, right? I'm sharing this to show you what is possible, because even though I'm not a good writer, I actually hated writing in school. I still don't particularly like it. I'm not creative in any way. I'm not particularly intelligent. I still managed to reach a 5-figure a month income and live this lifestyle by writing for a living, right? So I'll show you exactly how to do the same thing right now. So of course, at first I thought I was just lucky. However, more and more people starting seeing my success and coming to me for help. So of course I was hesitant because, like I said, I thought I was just lucky. But after more and more people started to ask me how I did it, I finally gave in and started sharing this system with others. So one of the first was Mihai. He's here with me in Thailand right now. Mihai made $12,000 last month, just 5 months after starting. When I met him, he couldn't even spell properly. He still can't spell properly, by the way. But he's making 5 figures a month using AI copywriting right now. Now he's also my best friend and business partner as well. So then was Lucian. He's a 16-year-old kid. He's still in high school. He reached 2.4K in a month after only 3 months of applying the system. He's growing month by month, by the way. And he's still in high school working around 1 or 2 hours a day. So now imagine if he was working maybe 4 hours or 8 hours a day. He'd probably make around $10,000 to $15,000 a month, right? Or Robert made $8,400 last month after starting this 4 months ago with zero experience in the field. So you can see here, he signed his 3rd client right now 5 weeks ago. And this month he made $8,400 and still 4 more days to go, right? So this is the message he sent me, a few weeks ago. So this system, was replicable. I saw that this system is replicable because after seeing, regular people, some of them didn't even know how to write properly, succeed and reach a 5-figure online income in just a few months with this, it was basically obvious that this system was replicable, right? And anyone can do it. So I refined it, I put it together in a step-by-step, easy-to-follow framework, and I also started a one-on-one mentoring program in which I already formed several 5-figure and future 5-figure copywriters. Okay, but like I said, today I'm going to reveal the whole system for free. So first, we start with what exactly is copywriting. So this is a ChatGPT explanation. So writing words that make people take action right away, like clicking a link, buying something, or signing up, right? You see it in things like ads on Instagram or YouTube, emails that make you want to buy something, web pages or product pages that explain a product and ask you how to buy it. Okay, so I like to word it in a more simpler way. So it's writing words that bring sales for businesses, right? It's also the core part of marketing, because everything in marketing is words. Whether it's a script or a video ad, the text on a product page when you shop online, or the words on a banner outside your favorite shoe store, maybe. So everything you see here is copywriting. What this guy says in this video is copywriting. Like the script is made by a copywriter. The description of this product on this page is made by a copywriter. The text on these banners are made by a copywriter, right? So every business in this world needs copywriting. Things like ads, emails, website pages, video scripts, etc. Okay. To put things in perspective, I asked ChatGPT how many businesses in the world and how many direct response copywriters. So as you can see here, there are 359 million businesses in this world, and only about 100,000 active copywriters. But from them, only around 5,000 specialize in direct response copywriting, the kind that actually drives sales. So actually, for every 3,000 businesses, there's only one direct response copywriter, right? Let that sink in. So there's basically still no competition in this field. Okay. So copywriting is far from saturated. All you need is to learn a specific writing technique and use it to make other businesses more money. So if you're able to do that, you'll be paid really damn well for it. For example, a short email like this can produce thousands, tens, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars for a business, right? And people like me write the words in these emails. You have to understand, these emails are not written by the business owners themselves, right? They don't have time for that. They are written by a copywriter or people like me, okay? So as you can see, this is a very short email that can basically produce tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars for a business, okay? So every serious business sends at least 3 to 5 emails like this per week, right? So 99% of them, like I said, are not written by the business owners themselves. They hire someone like me to do it. Okay, so let's say each email produces, let's say, 5 to 10K for a business, each email, right? That business will make $15,000 to $15,000 per week just by sending a few emails that you can write. So you see now how it's a no-brainer for a business to pay you thousands of dollars per month just for writing emails, right? That's the case for every business you see in your inbox. You can open your inbox right now and watch how many emails you get from every business that you have there. And you probably have like hundreds of emails, right, per day. I know I have, right? So that's just emails, right? They also need ads. They also need product pages. They also need video scripts, things that you can write for those businesses and get paid for, okay? So copywriting is creating millionaires, right? It's one of the most, if not the most valuable skills in the world. I would say the most valuable skills, along with sales, right? Because you can use it to market and grow any business on this planet. As you can see here, I also asked ChatGPT which skill created the most millionaires. And you see here, sales and copywriting in top 2. Okay. So now you may ask me, why not just do sales, right? Well, here's why. With sales, you can only sell one-on-one and talk to one person at a time, right? So you're trading your time for money for each person that you talk to. But with copywriting, you can sell one-to-many. So you can reach millions of people and generate millions of dollars with one good ad or a few good emails and a website page that you can have to write only once, right? Because that ad can reach millions of people. An email, if that business has, many people subscribed to his list, can reach tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people, even millions of people, right? So that's the power this skill has, okay? So you can either use copywriting while working with other businesses, or you can also use it to grow your own business, right? So either way, your business, like every business, needs copywriting, like it needs oxygen, and cannot survive without it. Okay, so here's where AI comes into play. Right? So this is interesting. Very excited to talk about this. So as you can see, before AI, you had to actually be a decent writer in order to make money from this, right? But now with the use of AI, you don't even have to know how to write, because you can make AI do the whole work for you. All right, you can use AI to do the whole work for you. I see some people are saying that my voice isn't hearing, but I think, guys, if you turn on the sound, it's good. Let me ask my friend if everything is okay. Right, so here's where AI comes into play. So, like I said, what used to be a pretty hard skill to learn is now something that is accessible by literally anyone with half a brain. Okay, so complete beginners with no writing experience are now making 4 to 5 figures a month from this. Okay, For example, Vali has terrible writing skills. His grammar and spelling are all over the place, right? However, he's just signed a deal with a client on a 10% revenue share. Yes, so people say they can hear me. So if you guys cannot hear me, open up your sound, click on the video, and you'll be able to hear me. Okay. So yeah, like I said, Vali just signed a deal with the client on a 10% revenue share, meaning he gets 10% of all the revenue he's generating through his emails and ads, right? Because he learned how to use AI to write for him. He cannot even write, to this day, he cannot even write without grammar mistakes, right? But that doesn't matter nowadays. It used to matter. Now you don't even have to be a good writer, right? You just need to know how to use AI. So why don't business owners use AI to write this stuff themselves, you may ask? So there are two reasons. One, you still need a basic understanding of copywriting to know how to use AI to write good copy and to check if it's any good, right, to review it. And two, they don't have the time to do it, or they just don't want to bother, right? So this business model got me from a broke delivery driver living in Romania to pretty much being able to do anything I want. So I look at these pictures with a feeling of gratefulness, because in the picture on the left, this was around 2 years ago, I was working still as a delivery driver with my dad's old Fiat Punto. And here I was on my way to Thailand when I came to Thailand the second time. And I remember I paid for this business class ticket like what I used to make in around 2 months from this delivery job. So yeah, I have a feeling of eternal gratefulness when I see these pictures, because I know where I came from and I know how much I wanted to achieve something in my life and how much I worked for it and how many things I tried until I managed to get to this point. Right? Because I didn't know about this skill until recently. So it is also transformed multiple lives. Okay, so you see, Connor signed the clients for $2,000, right? No experience in the field, no nothing, and he just agreed on a 10% revenue share besides that $2,000 with his client, right? No previous experience in this field. Lucas as well, he's from Czech Republic. He's going to come here to Thailand as well. We're waiting for him. He just signed a 30% revenue share deal with a client in his country. So again, no experience in the field. Took him around 1 month to achieve this. Okay. And I'll show you exactly how to do the exact same thing. So it's a predictable system that you can use together with AI to make $10,000, $15,000, even $20,000 or even more, without working more than 2 hours a day. So these are some of my invoices in the month of March, some other invoices for my 3 clients, totaling an amount of around $22,000. Okay, so you can see here a client from the US, some clients from Romania, 70,000 lei, $2,000, and one more invoice that I cannot see because my head is here and I don't know how to move it. But I think it was around 60,000 lei, as you can see here, around $10,000 or even more than $10,000. Yeah, I think it's around $12,000. So now I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it as well. So buckle up, guys, get ready, take a note, take a paper, take some notes, take a pen, because this information may as well change your life if you are going to apply it. Okay, so introducing the 3-step Rainmaker framework. Okay, so how to reach over 10K a month in the next 6 months using AI copywriting. So there are 3 steps, okay? And I'm going to go through each one of them. So step 1 is how to use AI to write marketing materials for businesses. Step 2 is how to find clients as businesses to write for with no experience or portfolio. And step 3 is how to use AI to scale to 5 figures a month without working more than 20 hours a week. Okay. So let's begin with step 1. How to use AI to write marketing materials for businesses. So first of all, you need to understand the basics of marketing. Okay. So marketing is basically where you link your clients' product with their customers' needs. Okay. So in short, your job is to come up with reasons for why the customer would need that product. Okay. Pretty basic. So for example, John is fat. Okay. your client sells a weight loss coaching program. You need to come up with reasons to make John realize that this program will help him lose weight, ideally in the easiest and fastest way possible, right? So that means John buys the program, that means your client makes money, and that means you make money, right? Now, how do you do all of that? So before AI, it was harder, right? You had to spend months learning how to write in a persuasive way. You had to spend days on market research. You had to spend hours or even days writing the actual marketing materials, so the emails, ads, product pages, etc. Right? But now you can just use AI to do everything. And right now I'm going to show exactly how you can do that. So that's literally, so right now I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show exactly how to use AI to write some marketing materials for a weight loss program. All right, so I'm going to turn my screen on right now. And I'm going to show you guys live exactly how to use AI right now on the spot to write a marketing email. So we're here on Claude. We're not going to use ChatGPT because ChatGPT, I know most of you know about ChatGPT, but the truth is ChatGPT is not good for copywriting, okay? At least it's not as good as Claude, okay? So I'm going to show you now exactly how you can use AI. One second. Right, so let's say we are writing for John, we write an email for John and we want to promote a weight loss program for John to be able to lose weight. So first of all, I'm going to write, give me the most common pain points and desires of people over 40 who are overweight and trying to lose weight. So first of all, we need to find out their pain points and desires, because that way we know exactly how to use AI and how to write persuasive emails and marketing materials, right? Because we're going to use all of this inside the emails. Okay, so as you can see here, it took it seconds to come up with some pain points. So as you can see, slower metabolism, right? Time and energy constraints, physical limitations, joint pain, back problems, recovery taking longer after workouts, feeling intimidated by gyms or fitness classes, psychological challenges, shame about their current weight and appearance, comparing themselves with their younger selves or peers, core desires, right? They want a simple, flexible eating plans that fit their lifestyle, exercise routines, approaches that work, and so on, right? More energy, better sleep, so on. So as you can see, AI came up with a bunch of things, right? And now we're just going to have it write an email using all of these things to promote the coaching program, right? So I'm going to say something like this. So, right. I'm going to say something like, write a short email for my, let's say we have a client that has a fitness coaching program, right? Write a short email for my client who does fitness coaching. Use these pain points and desires. The goal is to make people curious and hyped enough to click on the link and go on the website where they find out all the details. All right, so let's see what Claude gives us right now. So you can see here it started writing. The name of this tool is Claude.ai. Right, so as you can see, it took it like, 7 seconds to write an entire email. So let's see this email, right? So Why losing weight after 40 feels impossible? It's not your fault. So, hey, name, remember when you could skip a few meals and drop 5 pounds like magic? Those days feel like a distant memory, don't they? If you're over 14, frustrated that your old weight loss tricks don't work anymore, you're not alone. Your metabolism didn't just slow down overnight, your entire body changed the game for you. The truth, most fitness advice is designed for 25-year-olds with endless time and energy. No wonder it doesn't work for everyone juggling career stress, family chaos, and a body that takes longer to recover from everything. But here's what I discovered after helping hundreds of people just like you. The secret isn't just working harder, it's working smarter. What if I told you there's a way to lose weight consistently without spending hours in the gym, have more energy for your family and career demands, finally break the cycle of losing and regaining the same 20 pounds, feel confident and strong in your body again. And do it all with a plan that actually fits your real life. I've created a code on sustainable weight loss for busy people over 40, and I want to show you exactly how it works. Click here to discover the simple system that's already transformed 500 plus lives. So this isn't just another diet. It's a complete mindset shift that works with your changing body, not against it. Talk soon. PS spots are limited because I personally work with each client. Donate another month's sleep by wondering what. So as you can see here, maybe some of you even relate to this. I don't know. Maybe some of you are over 40 and maybe struggle with weight loss. You know, I know some of my family members would relate to this, right? So as you can see, it wrote an entire email in around 7 seconds. Of course, I would maybe edit a few things to make it a little bit better. But all in all, I would say 90% of it, I could just copy and paste it, right? I would have to know more about, this is a fictional product. Like if you know the product of your client, if you ask your client, let's say you have a client that says weight loss coaching, right? You ask him about his product and you just change, a few details to match his actual product. So maybe instead of already transformed 500 lives, maybe he helped 1,000 plus lives, people, right? Maybe he helped, 100 people. You just change a few things to just not lie, right? And it's ready to go, basically. You had an entire email that can basically produce tens of thousands of dollars in seconds, right? It used to take like hours to write an email like this, along with the research, along with, writing. I'm not even, talking about learning how to actually write and use all of these psychology triggers, as you can see, all of these emotions and everything here. It used to take like months to master this, right? And now you can do it in seconds, okay? So this is like a basic example of how you can use Claude to write basically a marketing email, right? Now for ads is the same, okay? I'm gonna close my my share screen right now. So it doesn't matter if you write ads, it doesn't matter if you write emails, it doesn't matter if you write, let's start the presentation again. It doesn't matter if you write product pages, the principles are exactly the same. You just tell AI what you want to write, you give it the information about your client's product or service, right? And your client can basically give you that, all the information, all the details that you need. And you just give that information to Claude and it just writes for you, okay? You just edit a few things to make it a little bit better, right? And fit your client's voice, and it's ready to go, right? So what used to take weeks, now it takes like minutes, okay? So this is the power of AI, guys. And like I said, that's literally everything you have to do, right? You can follow the exact same process for writing ads, video scripts, product pages, etc. Okay. So simple emails or ads like this can generate tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars for businesses even, right? And you can get paid a big chunk of that. So most businesses would pay you a minimum of 2 to 5K a month just to write 3-4 emails a week for them, right? Not to mention they also need ads, scripts, or product pages, okay? And now you have a little robot slave that can literally write all of these things for you in minutes. He never gets tired. You don't have to pay him a salary. And I think it's around $25 a month for Claude if you want to buy the premium plan. But you can also use the free plan, right? Which is also like pretty decent, right? So it's always there for you at the press of a button, basically, right? So now imagine you have 5 clients paying you a minimum of 2K a month. That's 10K a month in your pocket just by creating emails, right? That you don't even have to write. So let's say you write 3 emails a week. That's 15 emails a week in a total for 5 clients. You can literally do this in an afternoon using AI. So let that sink in. Now remember Mihai, I told you about him earlier. He can't even spell properly. Right? Now he makes an average of 10K a month with AI copywriting while traveling from one island to another in Thailand. And now he's also my business partner. We constantly also share client projects together. And he's also a mentor inside our coaching program. Right? And now I know most of you have this nagging question right now. So which is, all right, Vlad, I get it, but how the heck do I get clients, or do I find clients to work with? Right? Because this is the most common question I get. Okay, Vlad, I can write, but how do I actually find clients? So don't worry, guys. I got you, okay? I'm going to show you exactly how to find clients right now. Okay? So that brings us to step 2. How to find clients with no experience or portfolio. Okay? So, as I said, I know most people get stuck here and even end up not starting because they think they cannot get clients, right? So in reality, it's a simple process that I'm going to reveal right now in this class. So there are 3 steps, right? 1 is to find businesses on social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. So you mainly want to look for online coaches or course sellers or e-commerce stores or SaaS companies. Because with these businesses, you can make the most money with the least amount of work. Okay. Then you message them and pitch them your services. Then you get them in a Zoom call. You show them how you can help them make more money, and you sign them as clients. Okay, pretty basic. Right. So, step 1: how to find businesses on social media. So, use specific keywords or hashtags to find those businesses. Okay. So, for example, I can show you right now. I can go on my phone. If you go on Instagram and you go on the search bar, you search for fitness coaches, right? You search for fitness coaches, fitness coach. Okay. We press on search. And let's see what results we have. So as you can see here, we have a bunch of reels and posts that are coming up. So many of these posts are made by fitness coaches, right? So if you go maybe on this guy, right, so I went on the second guy, right? I went on this guy. As you can see, I went on his profile, helping men become the elite versions of themselves. 100 plus men helped, free trainings, application form. So this guy has a website, he has a fitness coaching business, and he helps people with fitness, right? He does fitness coaching for other people. Okay, so I've just found a potential client, a prospect, in around, 20 seconds, right? So there are basically unlimited prospects, unlimited clients here that you can find just by writing simple keywords like fitness coach, business coach, sales coach, dropshipping coach, copywriting coach, anything, right? There are coaches for basically everything you can imagine in this world, right? So that's how you find basically unlimited prospects, okay? Unlimited potential clients to work with. Now, the next step after you find potential clients is you're going to message them and offer them a free sample, right? So, for example, an email or ad to promote his product. Okay, so as you can see, these are some examples of some clients that I messaged and that I ended up working with afterwards. So, as you can see, I just messaged him something unrelated just to open a conversation, like a normal conversation. Hey, thanks for all the value you've been putting out, bro. Your content really helped me understand more about the Airbnb rental business. This guy is an Airbnb coach and gave me the confidence to start doing it myself. Cheers, man. As you can see, this guy answers, Sig, dude, where I'm from. I just talked with him a little bit and then I sent him this message, right? So I just proposed to send him a free sample. I was like, hey, brother, one of your ads popped up on my feed. I couldn't help but notice a few things I could improve to increase your sales. Since you helped me indirectly with your content in the past, he didn't really help me. I just lied. I don't do Airbnb. I just lied to open the conversation. Like, it doesn't even matter. You can just say anything to open the conversation, right? And I said, since you helped me indirectly with your content in the past, I went ahead and written an ad script for you using these improvements, right? Is it cool if I send it here? So I didn't actually write it. I actually waited for him to answer. Yes, send it. And that's when I wrote it. I used AI to write it. I didn't write it myself, right? And I send it to him, right? So after, as I said, you send it to him. After he agrees, you wait for the reaction. And if it's a positive reaction, you propose a Zoom call to propose further things that you can help him with. So as you can see, this guy had a positive reaction. Hey, bro, thanks for much for that. I had a look. It looks excellent. Have not had a chance to implement it yet. Thanks again. So I made an ad script for this guy. I used Claude, exactly like I showed you guys earlier. How to write an email. I just told him to write an ad script. Right, same thing. Then I said, so he liked it. Then I said, glad you liked it. I love to see what results it brings after you implement it. I actually had a few more ideas how I could further improve your current ads and emails. I'd be happy to point them out in a short, I actually misspelled, I wanted to say short, 15-minute Zoom call. And he said, sure, bro, give me your calendar, let's do it. So I scheduled a Zoom call with this guy. We had a Zoom call. I closed him as a client. He was paying me like $2,000 or $3,000 a month just for writing a few emails and ads for him. Right. So now, how do we actually hold Zoom calls? So many people say, I have to go on a Zoom call. I'm shy. No, it doesn't matter. Like Zoom calls are easy. Okay, you don't need any like sales experience or anything. So if they already like your free sample, they know you can help them. So you don't need to show them a portfolio, right? Because that's the most common thing I hear. How can I get copywriting clients if I don't have a portfolio, if I don't have any experience? That's how you do it. Right, to show them a free sample. You use AI to write a free sample, so they will not ask for a portfolio because they like your free sample and they know that you can help them. Right. So in the call, you just ask them a few questions about their business. You find out what they actually need. So, for example, emails. You offer to do that for them, and you collect the payment and start writing. Right. Pretty simple. Right. So how do you get paid? Now, there are two ways. You can ask for a flat fees, for example, $2,000 to $5,000 a month for emails, for example, or you can ask for a revenue share that's 10 to 15% of what you bring, of the sales that you bring with your emails, ads, materials, etc. Right? I like to do most of the time revenue share deals, but yeah, it's up to you, right? So now, question for you: do you see yourself sending a few IG DMs and hoping on a 30-minute Zoom call? Because that's all you need to secure deals worth thousands of dollars a month. Right? That's all you need with AI, of course. Now comes the fun part. Okay, so that's step 3: using AI to scale to 5 figures a month with 20 hours a week. So once you get your first clients and start making money, the only thing that remains is to continue getting clients, use AI to write marketing materials for them, and scale to however much you want to make. Right? It's all up to you. It all depends on how many hours a day you're willing to work, how much money you want to make. So you may be happy to work with 2 clients and make 3 to 8K a month with around, 10 hours of work per week. Or you're willing to work more hours, get 4 to 5 clients and scale to $15,000, $25,000 a month, maybe even more than that. Right? I know I could make more than $25,000, $23,000 a month. But I like to enjoy life. I like to travel. I like to do a bunch of things. Right? So yeah, but if you want to work like 12 hours a day every day, you can get to $40,000, $50,000 a month, right? It's entirely up to you, right? So one of my clients is consistently paying me between 13 and 15K every month. This is his income for the month of June. Okay, he generates around $160,000 to $200,000 per month from my work. Okay, so I have an 8% revenue share deal with him, and that's why he pays me around $13,000 to $15,000 per month. And I also have 2 more clients who make a little less money than that. Right, so that's how I get to over $20,000 a month. So, as a summary, guys, all you need to do to scale to over 10K a month with copywriting are these steps. So first, you need to learn how to use AI to write persuasive marketing materials like ads, emails, or product pages. Then you send a few DMs to businesses and sign 2 or 3 of them as your clients. Then you use AI to write marketing materials for them and make them more money. Right? So just repeat the process afterwards. You get more clients and continue to scale as much as you want, depending on how much work you want to do. Right? That's all you need to reach over 10K a month with copywriting. Okay, that's all you need in 2025. So how exactly does your work as a copywriter look like? So it's pretty fun, by the way. So use AI to write your stuff, the emails, the ads, etc. You put it in a Google Doc and send it to your client for review. They may tell you to change or tweak a few things. You take that feedback and make the changes if they want to. So after that, your client uses your materials to make money and you get paid. Right? So sometimes you may hop on a Zoom call with your client every other week to discuss marketing strategies and so on. Right? So these are the most fun, by the way. I just love doing that. Right? So it's that simple. Right? That's all you need to do. Just have your laptop or even your phone. You can also use AI on your phone, or iPhone, or phone, and just write stuff in the Google Doc using AI. That's all you need to do, guys. Now, what next? I showed you guys how to use AI to write. I showed you guys how to get clients. So now, if we parted ways right now and you maybe go do this on your own, it would be indeed a worthy path to follow if that were your only option. Right? But there is another option as well. An option where we work together and I personally help you hit 5K to 15K a month in the next 6 months. Okay. And if that idea even excites you, even slightly excites you, I'm going to show you right now exactly how it works. All right. So first you need to understand one thing. So I'm not here to feed you any bullshit. I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm only doing this to help other people with no benefit to myself. Like, of course, there's a price point to work with me, obviously. But yes, I also take pride in helping others, right? Because I know how it is to be stuck in a job that you hate. I know how it is to grind every single day for years with no results. It took me like 6 years to find this. I know how it is to be unable to provide for a family in case of an emergency. I know how that feels. I know how it feels to see the disappointment in your family's eyes because they think you go nowhere in life. I know how it feels to see your friends mocking your dreams while they proudly go to their real jobs, And I also know how it feels to, see 18-year-olds buying Lambos and sports cars while you have to look at grocery prices, right? I know how each one of these things feels because I've been there, okay? I've been there myself, and I've been there only 2 years ago. I was in this position, okay? And yes, I take pride in helping others do what I do, okay? Because nothing makes me more happy than knowing I can contribute to transforming other people's lives. And that's exactly what I'm doing also with my copywriting clients. Yeah. So I build marketing campaigns for weight loss coaches who literally saved lives, right? So I also work with personal development coaches who change the trajectory of people's futures, right? So I help basically hundreds or even thousands of people, if I think about it, just through my work for my copywriting clients, through my marketing materials that basically persuaded people to buy the products of my copywriting clients and just change their lives together, using their products. So I also did it though because I made loads of money. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe if I didn't make loads of money, I wouldn't have done it, right? I wouldn't have put in that much of an effort, right? So now I also pride myself in helping others to do exactly what I do, right? Like I said, make loads of money while helping other businesses grow, okay? So people like Alex, who just bought himself his dream car after only 3 months of applying this system. So Alex just bought a 2015 Chevrolet Camaro. It was his dream car. He wants to get a 2022 one, but he has to work a little bit more for that. But as he said, he also gave his dad $3K as a gift, just like that. So he made $37,000 in commissions in the last 3 months. Okay. Or Darius, who made $3,475 just writing a few emails for his clients. Right? It took him 2 days to write these emails, by the way, using AI. Okay, so he made those emails produced $27,000 for his clients, and he has a 12.5% revenue share. Right? So that's exactly $3,475 in his bank account. Okay? All profit. Right? So now you can take everything, like I said, I taught you inside this training and go do it on your own. Okay? You can 100% take everything and do it on your own. But what if I showed you exactly what prompts and information to give AI to write persuasive marketing materials depending on the product and service that you're writing for? So you can write and use AI to write for any product or service in this world. What if I also showed you how to edit what AI gives you to make sure it's good and it will produce results for your clients? How to find and identify high potential clients and differentiate them from the time wasters, because there's also a lot of time wasters out there, right? And also how to set up profitable deals with your clients inside Zoom calls. So they choose you instead of someone else, because the competition is rising right now, because more and more people are finding out about this, and more business owners are beginning to get a lot of messages from aspiring copywriters trying to work with them, right? So, of course, you can figure it out on your own, for sure, in time. And many of you watching this training would probably choose to do that, and that's entirely fine. But I also know one thing. Some of you want to move fast, right? Some of you want things done right. Some of you want a clear path that will take you to where you want as fast and efficiently as humanly possible. And if you are done wasting time trying to figure it out on your own, then what I'm about to show you is for you. Okay, so introducing Rainmaker Academy. Okay, it's a one-on-one mentorship program in which I personally take you by the hand and guide you through all the steps required to go from 0 to 5 to 15K a month in the next 6 months with AI copywriting. Okay, so here is exactly what you'll get inside. First of all, access inside the training portal with my 3-step Rainmaker framework fully laid out. So you get the entire framework completely laid out in a step-by-step, easy-to-follow video format. Okay, you know everything you need about how to research your ideal audience of your client, so you know exactly what information to give AI to write persuasive emails, ads, or product pages that actually bring sales, right? How to use AI to write $1 million marketing campaigns for your clients, how to land deals with high potential clients worth thousands of dollars a month. Okay, because as you can imagine, like anyone can make an account on Claude and just type some things and make some emails, right? But if you actually know the ideal audience of your client, right, and what information to give AI to write those emails and or product pages, that's what makes a difference, right? That's how you actually make a difference. That's how you actually, create materials that bring sales for your clients. Okay, that's how you write $1 million marketing campaigns for your clients. Okay, I have a client that made over $1 million last year with my work. Okay, he made around $1.3 million 2024. Okay, he was making like $20,000 a month before working. Okay, so apart from that, you get one-on-one mentorship with me and Mihai. Okay, so we personally guide you through all the steps of the framework in order to move as fast and efficiently as humanly possible. You get weekly one-on-one calls with us and 24/7 access to our WhatsApp. Okay, you'll have 2 6-figure copywriters in your pocket that you can literally ask anything related to making money. Okay, and I'm not even talking only about copywriting, but mindset, work ethic, productivity hacks, etc. Right? Plus, you'll be kept accountable by us. So you never slip off track and keep moving towards your goals. Right? We'll not leave you alone until you get to the goals that you want. Okay? We keep you accountable. So who do you think will grow and achieve success faster? I want to ask you. You can also put that in the chat. So the one who is doing it alone, or the one who has full-time access to people who literally already achieved the results that he wants. People that can help him skip over all the mistakes and lay out every step together as fast as possible. Like the answer is obvious, right? Now, apart from that, you also get access to a private network of healers on the same path as you. So you probably heard the phrase, you're the sum of the 5 people you hang around with, right? So besides having access to mentors, you'll also be part of a community of people exactly like you. People who are actively doing copywriting, getting clients, and making money alongside you. So you'll have the opportunity to network, help and learn from one another, gain new insights, and push each other to grow every single day. So you get 4 group calls per week with everyone in the community and access to the networking group 24/7. Okay. Now again, another question. What do you think will happen if you constantly surrounded by people who are constantly doing what you want to do and making money from it? Right, exactly. You hang out with 5 drunk guys, you'll be the 6th, right? You hang out with 5 guys who are making money. There are more than 5 guys in the program, by the way, but you hang out with 5 guys who are making money, you'll probably be the 6th, right? So here's exactly everything you get inside the Rainmakers Academy. So summary, full training on a 3-step Rainmaker framework in a video format, one-on-one mentorship with me and accountability with me and Mihai, access to a private network of copywriters, multiple weekly one-on-one and group calls, plus personalized feedback on your work, 24/7 WhatsApp support from me and Mihai, apart from the time when we're sleeping. Okay, we sleep around 7 hours a night. So apart from that, those 7 hours, we'll be here for you and we'll support you. Okay. Now here's what to do next. So if you want to access to everything I just laid down and get all the tools that we need in order to make 5 to 15K a month with AI copywriting in the next 6 months, schedule a one-on-one call with me or a member of my team from the button that I'm going to share right now. Start offer, publish. Right, so now every one of you should see an offer that popped up on the chat. If you press on that button, you'll be able to schedule a one-on-one call with me or a member of my team. Now it's only me and Mihai, so you'll be able to schedule a call with me or Mihai from this button. Okay, the green button which says schedule your call. I hope everyone can see the button. So after that, we'll guide you through the next step to join, okay, inside that one-on-one call. But that's not all. But now let's see if everyone sees the offer. So you can press on that button right now if you want to schedule the call. I will also put a link in the chat for you guys, so it's easier right now. All right, perfect. You also have this link in the chat right now, okay? So you can schedule a call right there and then come back to the webinar, because this is not over, guys. We still have Q&A, we still have frequently asked questions, we still have a bunch of stuff that we should go through, okay? So next, that is not all you get, guys. Because if you stay this long, that means you are one of the few who are actually committed to the opportunity I've shown inside this training. And for you guys, even though what I've presented so far is enough to get you to at least 5K or even over 15K a month in the next 6 months, that is not all you get when you apply today from this class, okay? Because I've included even more resources waiting for you inside to make sure that you cannot screw this up even if you try, okay? First, what you also get is plug and play templates created from my proven ads, emails, and pages that creating millions of dollars for my clients, okay? That you can give directly to AI, okay? You can give these templates directly to AI. I hand you over the templates that creating millions of dollars for my clients and over 200K in commissions for me from my clients, okay? So all you need to do is insert these templates that I'm going to give you in AI along with the information about your client's product and ideal audience, and it will craft ready-to-use marketing materials for you in seconds, okay? So you'll never have to stare at a blank page or wonder what and how should I write. You'll use already proven templates to make sure your work delivers real results for your clients so you can start earning money as soon as possible, okay? You'll also get the exact DMs, okay, the exact messages that got me 3 high-value clients in 2 weeks with only 9 DMs sent, okay? So you'll get access to the full conversations from the very first DM to the booked call to closing the deal with the client, okay? These 9 messages turn into 3 new clients. You see exactly how I open the convo, right? How I open the conversation with business owners on Instagram, how every conversation led to a 10% commission deal, okay, step by step. Those same clients now generate me over $20,000. I think more than that, around $23,000 a month until this day from the start of the year, right? Consistently. Apart from that, you also get a proven sales script for landing high potential clients. So you know exactly word for word how I closed revenue share deals of 10 to 15% with no experience or portfolio inside Zoom calls. Okay, easy. You know exactly what to say word for word to close high potential, even well clients that can consistently pay you between 4 to 5 figures every single month. Okay, even if you never had a client before in your life, even if you never had a Zoom call with a client before in your life, you know exactly what to say and how to say it to open the conversation, to get the conversation where you want it to be, and to close the deal with a profitable deal for you. Okay, with everything handed to you. Apart from that, so I saved the best for last, guys. So you will get access to our entire pool of clients, guys. So what does that mean? Well, once you get to the materials and we see that you have the basic skill to generate money for businesses with your writing, right? Once we see that, we'll basically hand you clients on a silver platter, right? So we are constantly being contacted by businesses that need good copywriters. So you won't even have to do any outreach. You'll just get high quality clients directly handed to you by us, okay? Just like that. I recently gave a client one of my students, and he's already paying him around $2,000 a month to write emails. Okay? Just like that. Now, as a note, this only applies if I actually see that you are reliable and responsible. Okay, I have a reputation to maintain. I will not just hand clients to just anyone. But if I see that you're reliable, I see you're active inside the group, I see you're reliable, I see you are responsible, I see you write decently and do your work with responsibility, I'll give you more clients that you know what to do with. Okay. So basically, you can edit everything you need to start making money as fast as humanly possible and reach at least 5 to 15K a month in the next 6 months. Okay. As you can see here, I have more case studies. This guy Leandro made 4.5K from commissions this month. Right? Last month he was working as a waiter. Now he's making triple of what he used to make writing words from his laptop using AI. Okay. This guy was working with a fitness coach. He made a 10% revenue share, $500 startup fee. Just started this, I think 1 month ago, something like that, if I remember correctly. Right? He's about to break 5K this month, $5,000. Okay. No experience in the field. This guy Vuk just closed a smaller deal of 400 euros, just a startup fee, and now he says he's going to write emails for this guy, you know, 10% revenue share, right? So he expects he's going to make this guy over 50K a month. So on a 10% revenue share, he's probably going to make around 5,000 a month with this guy in the following months. Only from one client, guys. You can get multiple clients, right? So here's what to do next. Very, very important. Only apply if you are willing to invest in yourself. Okay. So this is a full-on mentoring program in which we take you from zero, basically, or from where you are right now, and guide you through all the steps required to reach a 5-figure online income as a copywriter in the next 6 months. Okay. So if you're already doing copywriting or know the basics, you'll get there even faster, maybe 1 or 2 months. Okay. So if you're not willing to invest in yourself to acquire this skill, this is not for you. Okay, you'd better go, I don't know, somewhere else, find something on YouTube. So, however, if you see the value in this opportunity and you're willing to invest in a skill that will bring you financial and location freedom for the rest of your life, apply to the button below. I'm going to put the offer again right now, so it pops up. Apply through the green button. And let's talk. Okay, let's see if you're a good fit. This is just a talk amongst friends. It's a no pressure call in which we see first if we can help you. Right? First of all, we need to see if we can help you, because there are some people we just cannot help. I cannot do anything for them, unfortunately. And after that, if everything seems right for you and for me as well, we'll give you the opportunity to join the program. Okay, if not, no worries. We can still be friends. No problem whatsoever. Okay, no pressure. So here's what happens after you schedule. So first, you'll be brought to a calendar page where you'll have to book your preferred date and time for this call. You can also schedule a time right after this webinar for guys who want to move fast, who don't have time to waste, and who are ready to act right now. So please only select a date and time when you know you can attend the call. The call will take around 45 minutes. Don't bother scheduling if you're not serious about showing up, please. Okay. So if you're not fully committed, please don't take someone else's spots because that's not nice. Okay. So after you book your one-on-one session, you give you a quick call to confirm your spot. Then you have the session with me or Mihai, okay, in this case. So we go through your current situation and goals. And if it's a good fit, if you're a good fit, if we feel that we can help you, we show exactly how we can do that, how we can help you reach 5 to 15K a month plus in the next 6 months with direct response copywriting, also while using AI, okay? Using the same system that's already working for dozens of others inside the program. Okay, easy. People like Mark closed his first client after only 2 weeks on a 15% revenue share deal and a $1,000 upfront payment. Okay. For Lily is interesting actually. She's a 51 years old single mother. She was in the first batch of students. She has 3 kids. She works a full-time job as a nurse and still managed to make over $16K in the last 2 months using this exact framework. Okay. So if Lily could do it, guys, who's 51 years old, who has 3 kids, single mother, also with a full-time job, guys, you have no excuse. Okay. There's literally no excuse that you can tell me right now for why you cannot start. Like the only excuse is that you're lazy. Okay, that's the only excuse. Or you don't want to, make more money. And that's okay. Like, no, not everyone wants that. Okay. So we make it so easy that it's literally impossible to fail. Okay. The only things that you basically need are a functioning brain, an internet connection, a laptop and a phone, and the actual drive to commit yourself for at least 2 hours. Okay. That's all you need, guys. So you basically have 3 options. Option 1 is you do absolutely nothing and forget to ever spend this 1 hour and a half watching this training. But if you stay this long, I think that's not you. That's probably not you. You can also try to do it alone, and you must probably succeed if you really try your best. But it may take a long time. I'm not gonna lie to you, because remember my case in first year I didn't make any money, $0. I was still working that delivery job that I hated. Year 2, I was stuck at around $800 a month. And year 3 was when I finally hit 5 figures. I remember in August of 2024 was my first $10,000 month. Right? And I remember I was on a boat. I was actually the first time when I went to Thailand on holiday, I was on a boat and there were sales, there was money just coming into my account from my clients. And I remember I was on a boat on a trip and I made like $1,000 in a single day while on a boat, right? And that was like a crazy moment for me because I was thinking, bro, I'm on this fucking boat right now. I'm living this life and I'm printing money from my phone. Like I'm getting money in my phone. Like it's fucking crazy. And it's I also get goosebumps right now when I think about it. But so as I said, it took me 3 years to reach this money, guys, to reach this level. So take that into account if you want to do it alone. If you want to do it alone, no problem, be my guest. You'll probably make it. But if you don't want to leave money on the table and time on the table, you also have option 3, right? So I hand you the exact framework and I personally guide you through the steps to reach 5 to 15K a month in the next 6 months. Okay, and you grow inside a community of people just like you, surrounded by hungry, high performers who push each other to level up every single day. Okay. By the end of the day, all successful people have something in common. All successful people know the power of a mentor and had mentors to guide them. Elon Musk had mentors, Steve Jobs had mentors, Mike Tyson had mentors. Guess who didn't have mentors? Poor people, right? Broke people don't have mentors. because they're afraid. They're afraid to invest. They want to save their money. They want to save the little money that they have. So that's why they remain broke all their lives, right? So it's all a matter of what kind of person you want to be. That's all it takes. Because all the successful people know that a mentor can help them get to where they want faster and easier than they could ever do on their own. Okay? So being successful without a mentor is basically trying to become a world champion boxer by training alone in your garage and watching fights on YouTube, right? So no sparring partners, no feedback on what you do good or wrong, no one to correct your form or push you past your limits. I mean, sure, you can hit the bag every day, you can exercise every day, but you'll never reach a level of someone who's trained under a coach, right? Someone who's been in the ring, won the titles, and knows exactly what it takes. Is someone who can show you all the steps required to reach the level that you want. So unlike the gurus and mentors who only sell courses and haven't had a copywriting client in years, okay, me and Mihai are still in the trenches, right? We still get paid tens of thousands of dollars every month to do what we teach, right, from real copywriting clients. So we're not just teaching theory, right? We're showing you what actually works right now because we're still doing it, okay? So imagine this few months from now, maybe you could be here in Thailand with us if you want. Maybe you could tell your boss to fuck off and finally quit that shit job that you have right now. Maybe you could have a regular 5-figure a month income while working from your laptop on a couch from a beach or from wherever the fuck you want, right? From a sky bar, from a penthouse, from anywhere in this world you want. Maybe you could even retire your parents. You could have full control of your life because you have a skill that allows you to help any business in this world make more money, right? So all it takes to achieve that is a decision to finally commit to something and dedicate yourself for a few months. That's all it takes, guys. A few months with the right skill and mentor. Okay? It doesn't take years. It takes a few weeks or months. Okay? That's it. So if you feel like it's time to make the decision and to change something in your life, just schedule your one-on-one call and I hope I'll see you on the other side. Okay, I'll put the link here again. I'll put the button inside the chat again. So, by the way, you'll also get a special bonus when you show up for the call. Okay, so this is an inside recording from one of our private coaching calls inside the Rainmaker Academy. So in this call, Mihai is actually showing you how to use AI to write free samples for potential clients in seconds. Right? So this is the exact strategy that got me 3 new high potential clients in a span of 2 weeks. And this recording has been previously available only for our students inside the Academy. Okay, so all you need to get it right now is to actually show up for the call that you book. Okay, that's all you need to get. It will give it to you for free, and that's it. Okay, just to show up. Now, if you haven't booked the call by now, you're probably thinking, yeah, but what if this doesn't work for me? What if I'm the one exception, the special snowflake, who won't succeed, even though it worked for dozens of others? So I think you see how ridiculous this sounds. It is, but let's be honest here, right? Case studies aside, only one thing will always be guaranteed, right? That is, if you do nothing, what will change? Nothing, right? That's the only guarantee that you have. Nothing is guaranteed besides this. That's the real risk here, right? You continuing to do nothing and remaining in the same spot. Okay. So, however, now to make this even more of a no-brainer, if that's even possible, I'll even offer you a foolproof money-back guarantee. Right? So, how does that work? Well, in the improbable case that you join and follow every step that I give you, you come to every coaching call, you dedicate at least 3 hours a day applying this framework, and somehow you don't end up making at least 5K a month in the next 12 months, I'll give you all of your money back plus $1,000 for wasting your time. Okay, no questions asked. Okay, all in the contract. That's how much trust I have in this program. Okay, because there is has been no one who came here, applied every single step, came to all the group calls, applied every step inside the program, and didn't have results. Okay, no one. So what happens after you join? Well, you get access to the full training portal with our 3-step framework. We onboard you into the private networking group. We start learning to write stuff that sells using AI, of course. You land your first client in the next days or weeks. You reach 5 to 15K a month within 6 months without having to work more than 20 hours a week. Okay, and you can become one of our next success stories. And you can also be here inside one of these classes, have one of your screenshots here, and talk about your results. All right. So spots are limited, by the way. I only work with 20 people at a time. Very important, because everything is one-on-one, and I actually give a fuck about my students. So once the spots are filled, they're gone. Okay. So if you leave this webinar right now and don't schedule a call, you may not get this chance again in the next weeks or even months. So if you're serious about this opportunity and are willing to put in the work at least 2-3 hours a day to acquire a skill that will help you make a 5-figure online income in the next 6 months, 5-figure a month online income, just book your call right now and let's see if you're a good fit. Okay? We'll talk, we'll see if you're a good fit, and we'll discuss possible next steps for you so you can join the program. Okay? Now, if you stuck around in this point, congratulations. You're probably one of the 0.001% who actually did it. So that means at least you're not part of the brain dead masses who can focus on one thing for more than 5 seconds. It also means you're probably serious about changing your life. Okay, so maybe also changing the lives of the people around you. The only thing that remains right now is just to act. Okay, so you could leave this training thinking that you'll do it on your own. By all means, you could. But truly successful people know that time is the most valuable resource, right? So more than money and everything else. So if you truly value your time and want to make sure you want to learn from the best, to get the best and fastest results, and you are tired of wasting time, you know what you have to do. Okay. I showed you examples of millionaires, billionaires, successful people. All of them worked with mentors. Okay. Now, if you want to be successful, guess what? First, you have to act like a successful person, right? It's like when you're trying to sleep, you want to go to sleep, right? You have to pretend that you sleep first, right? You have to pretend that you sleep before you actually go to sleep so you can fall asleep. That's exactly how it happens if you want to be, let's say, successful or achieve something in life. You have to act like the person that you want to become in order to become that person. So if you think about it, what do all successful people do? Okay, they invest in mentors. Why? Because they have guidance, they make everything faster, and they make sure they have the best results and the fastest results in the most efficient way possible. Okay, so what should I do to become successful as well? Maybe I should act like a successful person as well. Okay, so what should I do? Right? So think about what other successful people do, and if you want to become successful, I'd recommend just model what they do, and that's it. Act like you're already there, and sooner or later it will manifest into your life. Okay. Now, of course, we're also living in a crazy world right now, especially now. So wars are also escalating all over the world. Inflation and economic crisis are on the brew. AI is replacing millions and millions of jobs as we speak. So safety, stability, and freedom are becoming a luxury in many parts of the world. Right? So I left Romania, I moved to Thailand because there was a war literally at my country's borders. I think it's still going on right now, right? Ukraine and Russia. So I was only able to do that because of copywriting. This skill gave me financial freedom and security for me and my family, right? I'm able to move my family anywhere in the world, anytime I want, if things get bad, right? Because I have the money and resources to do that, right? And I have the ability to make money from anywhere in the world. I'm not depending to a country or a location, right? Right now, there's a war near Thailand with Cambodia, right? If things go bad here, I can go somewhere else, right? So I have that freedom. I have that mobility, right? And that was like the one of the most driving and motivating factors for me, actually. Of course, I like the lifestyle, I like money, I like to be able to live a good life. But what motivated me the most was the fear of not being able to protect my family, not being able to protect maybe my future wife, my future kids, right? That motivated me the most. Not the lifestyle and the good things. Okay? So you have the same opportunity laying in front of you right now. Okay, but at the end of the day, it's your choice whether you take it or not. Okay, it's entirely your choice. I cannot do the work for you. I cannot do everything for you. I cannot act for you. You're the one who has to be committed. Follow the steps. Do the thing necessary that will bring you to the place that you want in life. Right? And yes, if you join the program, me and Mihai will be there with you every step of the way, right? So we make sure you have everything you need to make money out of this as fast as possible, right? But you are still the one who has to apply it and who still has to do the work, right? For at least 2-3 hours a day. We're not gonna drag you out of bed and just, put you on the computer and just do the work for you. Like, we cannot do that, right? It's your responsibility. So deep down, we all know what we have to do, right? It's just a matter of whether we'll do it or continue to remain in our comfortable bubble. That's it, right? Because one thing is certain. When shit hits the fan, it's probably going to be too late to prepare. So me personally, I like to be prepared beforehand, right? You probably know this. The question is whether you do something about it or not. Okay, so this is a recap, everything you get inside Rainmaker Academy. So you can see here the recap. Full video training, one-on-one mentorship, access to our private pool of clients, one-on-one and group calls, plus all the extra resources designed to make it literally impossible to fail. The plug-and-play AI templates, the DM scripts to get high-potential clients, the sales script, the direct access to our clients, and private coaching call recording, okay, that you get just if you show up to the call. Okay, so apply through the link in the chat or the green button from the software. I think there are a few spots left. And right now, we'll go into the frequently asked questions. I know a few of you asked some questions in private, and I'm actually gonna put them here in this box so I can answer them. All right, let's see. I'm gonna put the questions here. Right, so can I really get clients if I have no experience? So yeah, like I said, guys, if you give a good free sample, if you know how to use AI to offer a good free sample that can actually help your client make more money, such as an ad or an email or something, yes, they won't even be interested in your portfolio. Because think about it like this. Would a potential client be interested more in your portfolio or things that you wrote for other clients, or would he be interested in how you can actually help him personally make more money? Like, it's the second option, right? So if you actually provide a good free sample for him, an ad or an email or a product page or something using AI, like, he's gonna know that you can help him, right? Because he's gonna see it. So he's not gonna care about a portfolio. Like, none of my clients ask me for a portfolio. Even now, when I have a very, very big portfolio of clients, none of my clients ask for it. Like, they don't care. Like, they just care about how I can help them. And that's it. So no. How fast can I get my first client? So that depends. We actually had a guy that joined 14 days ago. He had very little experience in copywriting, but he didn't get any clients. He didn't work with any clients. He was just researching it for a little bit, and he got 2 clients in a span of 14 days or 15 days, something like that. One of them is actually gonna do the first payment on Tuesday, $500 startup fee, and he signed a 10% revenue share with him. Okay, 14 days. Now, if you don't, okay, this guy was actually the most active inside the group. He's done all the steps, right? He went through every step possible, and he was constantly showing us, sending messages to clients and so on, right? So I think he sent like 30 messages to get those 2 clients, right? easy, 30 messages. You can do that in 2 days, right? Now, if you don't follow all the steps and you just, I don't know, are not so committed, I have guys who've been here for 1 month and didn't get a client because they weren't committed, right? And they didn't follow the steps. So it's all up to you, okay? If you follow the steps and everything, I have guys who didn't have any experience in copywriting, but were very committed and got a client in 1 month, okay? So on average, if you have no experience, you can expect to get your first client in 1 month max. If you have, let's say, a little experience in copywriting, you can get it in like 1-2 weeks, like easy, okay? You have to understand, like it took me 1 year, 1 entire year, didn't get any clients because I just didn't know how to. I didn't know how to message them. I didn't know what to tell them, how to find them and everything. So yeah, 2 weeks to 1 month is the short answer. Will you help me get clients? Yes, I show you exactly how to get clients, as I said, and I also give you clients once I see you're responsible, you're serious, and you are willing to work and you can produce results for your clients. Okay, I give you more clients than you know what to do with. I have a full-time job. Can I still do this? Yes, you only need realistically around 2-3 hours a day. Like me right now, like I work around 3 hours a day, something like that for my clients. Right? I'm working more now because, you know, I like it and I want to scale. I want to make more money than that. But to maintain at this level at around $20,000 to $25,000 a month, I work around 3 hours a day. So yes. Now, of course, I don't want you to think, okay, this is a get-rich-quick scheme. Okay, you come here, you work 2 hours a day and get rich overnight. It was a process. I didn't make 10K a month, you know, overnight. But in 6 months from now, yes, you can reach a 5 to 15K a month income. In 1-2 months from now, you can reach over 2-3K a month, 4K a month, right? In 3 months from now, 4 months from now, you can reach 5K a month. So it's not gonna be like in, I don't know, 1 day. It's gonna take a few weeks to start making, you know, a few thousands of dollars, but it works, okay? And if everyone, you know, anyone promise you, okay, buy my course and you make $10,000 in 1 month, like it's up to you. You can buy his course, but I think he would just tell you that in order to make money, in order for you to buy his course, because I don't think that's possible. Right? And if everyone tells you that, he's probably trying to lie to you to make you buy the course. Right? I don't want that because I work with everyone one-on-one, and I want everyone who comes here to be, you know, 100% have realistic expectations and know that it's a process, right? Is this a course or a mentorship? Next question. So it's a mentorship. You also have access to a video, recorded videos in a training portal, right? But it's a mentorship. You have one-on-one Zoom calls, group calls, WhatsApp access, community of copywriters, everything one-on-one personalized mentorships. Okay, so anytime you need something, anytime you need, I don't know, let's say you write some emails for a client, you're not sure if they're good, right? You just send them to us, to me or Mihai. We make sure you make them better. If they're not good enough, we tell you how to make them better, how to edit them. We review them. So basically, you have everything you need, all the support that you need to make, you know, everything as good as you can do it. Okay, that's the power of a mentor, because everyone can get a course. And yeah, goodbye, Christian. See you. Thanks for attending, bro. Yeah, because everyone can watch a course, right? Everyone can buy a course or watch a course on YouTube. But the value is in the mentorship, the support, right? Because that's the difference between copywriters I get copywriters messaging me all the time on my Instagram. They're telling me, bro, I'm doing this course, 6 months, I didn't get any clients. Or bro, I started learning from YouTube, I cannot get clients, can you please help me? Like, because you don't know exactly what mistakes you make, because you don't have anyone to tell you, right? So you don't know what to do wrong because you don't have anyone to tell you. Okay, so that's the power of a mentorship. Okay? We're here for you every step of the way and give you every, show you every step that you need in order to achieve the results that you want in the fastest way possible. Okay? I'm not creative, can I still do this? Yes, AI can do this for you. You don't need to be creative to do copywriting in 2025. You only need to do product research. Your client can tell you more about his product, and after that, you just feed AI information about the ideal audience, the information about the product, and tell him what you needed to write. That's it. Right? No creativity required. I'm the least creative person in this world, guys. I'm not a good writer. Can I still do this? Yes, same answer. Use AI. You don't need to be a good writer. I have this guy, Vali, just signed a 10% revenue share with the client. He's probably going to make 3, 4, 5K a month with him in the next months. He cannot even write, even he's Romanian. I hope he'll not see this. I hope he's not here right now, but I'm going to tell you, he cannot write even in Romanian. Right? He makes mistakes even when he writes in Romanian. But he uses AI, and he doesn't need to write perfectly, right? Just uses AI. So, yeah, you don't need to be a good writer. Do I need to show my face and post on social media? No, you don't need to do that. You just write. You just do the writing, and you don't need to be a public figure. You don't need to be an influencer. Just DM potential clients, sign deals with them, and just write for them. Send them your emails and add in the Google Doc, and make them more money, and you get paid. That's it, right? If you want to start a personal brand, be my guest, you can do that and talk about what you do, but you don't have to do that. Okay. Let me have a sip of water. Right, next question. Do I need previous marketing knowledge? No. You need to understand the basics, the very, very, very basic principles that you can basically master in 1 day, 1 or 2 days. And after that, you can just use AI, right? And you'll just learn, along the way. Of course, you'll become a good marketer along the way, right? And you'll become able to even make more money. But to start, you don't need marketing knowledge. So yeah, this is the last question. So we are at the end of this class. For those of you who made a decision, let's see how many. Okay. We have some appointments. Let's see. All right. So we have some appointments starting from tomorrow. Okay. So congratulations, everyone. I have a few spots left. There's a lot of appointments. I don't even know how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, there's a lot of appointments. Guys, it's only me and Mihai. We don't have a lot of time. We can take on 2 appointments apart from these ones. So 2 more appointments. If you are still undecided, guys, we're not going to kill you inside these appointments, guys. Just come, let's have a talk. If you are even remotely interested and serious about this and they are willing to put in the work, I'm sure we can find a solution, right? We have solutions. We have solutions for people who are even not in a very good financial position, because at the end of the day, guys, that's the problem that we help you solve, right? Like if you made like 10K a month right now, you'll probably not be here in this webinar, right? So don't worry about that. We have solutions. We work with also financial institutions. We have solutions to do payment plans and everything. So don't worry about that. Come to the call. We'll have a chat with you on the phone. We'll see exactly your situation, and if you're in a good position, if you're a good fit to join us. And after that, we'll go from there. Okay, so the first step is just to act and schedule the call. If you are serious about this, if you feel that this is for you and what I've showed you inside this webinar can help you, and after that we'll talk. So I have 2 more spots left this week. Okay, after that I'm not sure when I host another class like this again, because it takes a lot of preparation doing these presentations and everything. So congratulations for everyone who booked the call. Let's see. Congratulations. Alex, Nicole, Dernel, Marin, Christina, Daniel, Tudor, Florin, Andrei, Marin. Congratulations, guys. Stefania, congratulations, everyone. for everyone who is undecided. You know what you need to do. You came here for a reason, right? Just follow your instincts. Okay, follow your intuition. Deep inside, every one of us knows what we need to do in order to achieve our life, the life that you want, right? Our dream life. The only difference is, like, everyone knows what he has to do, right? The only difference is some people choose to act, and some people choose to not act and just do things the way they've always done them. But if you think about it, doing things the way that you've always done them, where has that led you in the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years, right? Because if you do nothing, like if you do things the same way you've always done them, what will change? Because Einstein says it, right? The definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again and just expecting different results, right? That's the definition of insanity from Einstein. So if you want to achieve different results, you have to do things differently, right? And now you guys have to ask yourself, some of you who are still on the fence, what would the version of you who's already making 5, 10K a month, right, and living the life that you want, what would that version of you do right here, right now? Would he act? Would he take action and follow a path that he knows that will give him the results that he wants? Or would he continue to do nothing and postpone this 2 more weeks, 2 more months, 2 more years, 20 years down the road, right? What would the version of you who is making 5 to 10K a month, living a free life, taking care of their family, living the life that they want, what would they do right now? Would they act or would they remain in the same spot? Like, that's a question you have to answer for yourselves, right? One more spot. Congratulations, Dorian. One more spot. We'll stay a few more minutes and we will finish this event. Thank you for attending, guys. I hope no matter what you do from this point, you can follow my Instagram on the most dangerous copywriter. I'm going to put it here in the chat. You can follow my Instagram and keep in touch with me there. I also post more messages on the groups as well. I'll send you more emails with more advice about copywriting and tips and things like that. So, yeah. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the presentation. Hope you took value out of it. I'll see you in the next one if you want to attend. I'm not sure when I'm going to host another one, but I'm probably going to host one probably in the next weeks. So until then, guys, thank you for attending the presentation. I hope you took value out of it and have a great rest of the day, guys. See you.